You're listening to Hawk Talk with former Seahawks wide receiver Michael Bumpus. Powered by Seahawks.com. Now, here's your host, Nasser Kyobe.
Welcome into another edition of Hawk Talk. The Seahawks get it done in dominating fashion. 26-0 beating the Minnesota Vikings at Lumen Field. Bump. It was all about the Seahawks defense on Sunday. A style nobody wants to play, threw not around, decisive, relentless, shocking. Mike McDonald preaches that every single week. I like to repeat those because we keep seeing each and every week, Bump. And I don't care who you are. When you shut a team out in the National Football League, you're doing something.
You shut a team out, WIAA high school football, you having a day. Let alone the NFL. First time since, 2007 that the Vikings have been shut out. Yep. First shut out for this defense is 2015. Good day for the defense.
Yeah, and yes, it wasn't the most pretty game offensively. Who cares? This team is 9-3, tied for the best record in the NFC. And again, defensively, 5 takeaways, 4 sacks. First time since Baltimore in 2017 when a team had 5 takeaways, 4 sacks in a shutout in the same game. This defense was balling. Let's jump right into it. What had happened?
See, what had happened at first was
on Hawk Talk.
Well, we talked about this a little bit in the postgame show. The Seahawks have found different ways to win football games. Right. And I think you brought this up where this is the first time all year, I think, where they have solely really relied on the defense to get this team completely jump-started. They took control. They've won in blowouts. They've won with special teams like in New Orleans, making a ton of plays. This was on the defense, and they came after it. They were absolutely amazing. The game started off with 5 straight punts. Both defenses were cooking. Minnesota also came to play defensively as well. We'll get into that a little bit. Lots of pressure, causing all kinds of problems. The Seahawks got on the board first with a 15-play, 53-yard drive, which ended with a 33-yard field goal from Jason Myers. That made the score 3-0. That was kind of set up by Cody White in the big-time 21-yard reception.
Cody White, big ups Cody White, man. 21-yard reception. On the next drive, the Hawks would force a punt after 4 plays, but then disaster would strike on 1st and 10 from the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Sam Darnold was hit from the blind side from Dallas Turner. He fumbled the rock. It was recovered by the Vikings on the 13-yard line, but the Seahawks defense would come up big 4 plays later when DeMarcus Lawrence would pressure the young man Max. Welcome to the NFL, Max.
Yeah.
Forcing him to make a horrible decision on 4th down. Like, what are you doing? Just take the sack, throw it away. Tosses it up one hand, and our guy, Ernest Jones, to the house, 85 yards, his first touchdown in the NFL and his first pick of the day.
Ernest, we're going to talk about him. He had an absolute day. We're going to break the play you just talked about down a little bit in the plays of the game. After that, the Seahawks would force another punt on the next drive. The Seahawks would take advantage of good field position. They would kick another field goal. Big theme with that in this game with 8 seconds left. Seahawks go in the locker room up 13-0. You feel good at that point.
Yeah.
Minnesota is proven they cannot do anything offensively. They cannot move the football. Seahawks offense wasn't flashing on all cylinders, but they were still moving the football. Third quarter was dominated by the Seahawks, even though it wasn't necessarily in the score. They only kicked 2 field goals in that quarter, but the Hawks had an 8-play, 44-yard drive with a 54-yard field goal by Jason Myers. That made it 16-0. Then the Vikings' next drive, Seahawks would get a huge play from Marcus Lawrence, again forcing a fumble on Aaron Jones, which was recovered by Ty Okada.
Ty Okada, it was nice to see him out there. We were skeptical if he was going to play or not with that oblique, but he did his thing. The Seahawks will get 3 points off that turnover, going 9 plays, 42 yards, and with a 40-yard field goal from Myers. That will make the score 19-0. Then Kobe Bryant and Ernest Jones will get interceptions on the next 2 Viking possessions. Love to see Kobe Bryant making plays as usual, and then Ernest Jones, once again, tied for second in the league when it comes to interceptions at linebacker. That's wild.
Love what he's doing there. Seahawks take advantage. 6 plays, 32 yards, 17-yard touchdown. Zach Charbonnet making 26-0. That was the end. That will do it for the Seahawks. And I love that you mentioned Kobe Bryant making plays. Drake Thomas had another play. Yep. He's at 10 TFLs on the season. Everyone on this defense is balling out there, all part of it. Seahawks win the turnover battle 5-2. They outgained the Vikings 219-162, so not a high yardage day offensively. 1 time of possession, and they were on fire. 4 interceptions, 4 sacks, 7 QB hits. It was a belts to you-know-what on Sunday.
It was Max had 120. I'm calling him Max like we homies. Max Brosmer.
Max Brosmer. He had 126 yards passing, 121 yards, 4 interceptions. Now, if the Seahawks defense were a quarterback and they had 4 completions for 121 yards and a touchdown on 30 attempts, they would have had a better passer rating, 55, than Brosmer's actual passer rating of 32.
Poor guy.
I mean,
he's a rookie.
We said it coming in the preview podcast. If you are someone and you're rookie coming into Lumen Field and your first start against that defense, that defensive line, it's been a huge topic of conversation that this might be the best defensive line in Seahawks history and a team that's had a ton of great defensive lines. That's your first start, man. God bless you.
I mean, after his interception, the coaches weren't even mad after the first one. I saw them patting him on the back. They're like, we know what we're getting into. And Kevin O'Connell has to know, the quarterback whisperer has to know that Max is he wasn't ready for that defense.
No, and it was a tough day out. I mean, wow, that's one of those you turn on the film and we're gonna go ahead and not watch this one, delete it, on to the next.
Yep, on to the next.
Bump. It was a beat down, obviously, but what'd you learn from this game from a Seahawks perspective?
I think we touched on it already, that they can win in different ways. We've seen the offense be explosive. We've seen the offense and the defense get it done. We've seen special teams be on point. Yesterday was a testament to that, too, 4 for 4 when it comes to Myers. But you just got to win. Just win ball games. They did it in a different way. This defense, I was looking up the stats, obviously, and it's weird to not see this defense top 5 when it comes to total yards given up.
Right.
Because they feel like a top 3 type of defense. But they've shown that this defense is ready to go.
Yeah, I think the defensive numbers will help after Sunday again and try to get back in the top 5. But what I learned, Bump, is that when you look at this team, I like the adjustments. While the offense didn't play their best game of the season, we know that. They've had games where they've scored on every single possession. I liked how they came out at halftime. Because in the second half, they were able to run the football. They got a couple field goal drives. Charbonnet with that touchdown drive. So while Minnesota was causing all kinds of havoc, blitzed Sam Darnold, the most he's ever been blitzed in his career. I believe it was 63%, according to Next Gen Stats. To come out there and still take care of business second half, I love it. It's like in baseball, right? If you don't have your fastball, you're still in your starting pitcher. You're the ace. You still got to find a way to go 5 innings, give your team a chance to win that ball game.
Right.
That's what the Seahawks offense did, and it was cool to see. But let's get into playmakers because that was happening all over the field.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Playmakers.
Show them what time it is! Holy catfish!
Ernest Jones, Bump. Are you kidding me?
Come on now, Ernest.
Led the Seahawks with 12 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 passes defended, 85-yard pick six, third longest in the NFL this season. First career touchdown, team leading 5 interceptions, second in the National Football League. We've talked about how much of a leader he is, but when your leader is also one of your best players, man, it's hard not to follow that man and run through a wall for him.
Yeah, man, Ernest stepped into the podium last week, had Sam Darnold's back, and then backed up his play this weekend. Man, it was it's cool to see 13 out there doing his thing. He has an old soul. He got an old name, Ernest. You know, he got an old soul.
But he's young.
And he's young. What, 26?
Less.
Just turned 26, I think, 25.
Man.
Yeah, man, Ernest is the clear-cut leader. And this defense has several leaders. Every level, I think they have a leader. Jay Love in the back end, Ernest second level, and then Leo on that defensive line. But he's running the show, man. It's fun to watch him play. And probably one of the more underappreciated signings this offseason in the NFL is DeMarcus Lawrence. 2 sacks, one TFL, 2 quarterback hits. It caused that 85-yard pick six for Ernest, dragging Max down to the ground, pulling him by his arm. I watch him play, and he doesn't move like a 12-year veteran. He's moving like this is his 3rd or 4th year in the league.
I wasn't exactly sure. I knew he could still play when the Seahawks acquired him, and I remember meeting him that first day he was here at the VMAC. But he has absolutely blown expectations out of the water because I remember it was back when the Seahawks lost to the Buccaneers earlier this year. That was the first time we're like, oh, wow, we felt his absence out there. He brings it each and every week, and he's such an important piece from his play on the field to his leadership. He's a dog. The way the guys respect him on the field. Love what we're seeing from DeMarcus Lawrence as he continues to show that, I might be an older guy out there, but I don't play like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Byron Murphy, we talk about sophomore jumps. He has been absolutely consistent each and every week. 3 tackles, 1 sack, 1 QB hit. And we were talking, I think you brought this up on your show today. We interviewed Quentin Bohanna on the huddle. He talked about he was the best in the middle.
Yeah.
Straight up. And he's been playing like that all year. And
the way he's moving, like he's adding stuff to his game. I know I shouldn't be surprised because it's his 2nd year. You should be getting better. But, I mean, I want to talk to his trainer. Like, who have you been working with? Because last year it was just the bull rush, right? I'm just going to take on this double team and be good. He's setting guys up with his movement, his shoulders, his hands. Byron Murphy looks good. He is the best A-gap defender. And you team him up with Leo. That has to be the best combo when you talk about interior defensive linemen in the league.
Murphy got that dad strength. I think
that's what it was, right? Had a baby girl. Now he's good to go. Drake Thomas. Maybe the biggest surprise on the defense this year. 5 tackles, half sack, 1 TFL, 2 quarterback hits, 10 TFLs on the season. Drake Thomas plays like he's an underdog because that's exactly what he is. He's out there just thriving, though.
He also doesn't play like his size. He's talked about it throughout the season. No one said he could play inside linebacker at the NFL. He's proven them wrong each and every week. And there's at least 1 or 2 plays where you're like, oh, my goodness, it's a flash. Boom.
Yeah.
When Drake, just like Spoon, you wouldn't think I'd be comparing those two.
Right.
But when they pull the trigger and go, it's right now.
Yeah.
He's made unbelievable collisions, big hits in the backfield. I mean, to be an off-ball defender and have that many tackle for losses, he's obviously doing something good.
I feel like if Mike McDonald were a football player, he'd be Drake Thomas.
Yeah, I can see that. And just not taking nothing from nobody, but letting everybody. Yeah, no, I love that. You mentioned Leonard Williams. We're a broken record at this point with the consistency from this side of the football. 2 tackles, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 1 QB hit. And I get it. There should be momentum why this could be the best defensive line in Seahawks history, let alone football today, because it's the depth. What was really good in 2013? They called the Nasser packages because you had Cliff Averill, Michael Bennett coming off the bench. You had Clemens and Red Bryant, all those guys. It's because of the depth what made that group so special. Every single person on this defensive line is killing it, whether it's Brandon Peely, you name it. And they might add Riley Mills to this group. Right. Goodness gracious. Oh, and I forgot. Jaron Reed is not playing right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Scary.
Ken Walker, 13 carries for 56, 3 receptions for 18 yards. Just steady. I think I've come to terms with what this running game is going to be. Right, it's going to be a combination. You're going to get some Zach Charbonnet, who had 14 for 52 and a touchdown. You're going to get some Ken Walker. Ken Walker's being more involved in the pass game now, and he has a quiet 700 yards this year too. Like Ken Walker's having himself a decent season. Yeah,
without question. And his running back mate, Zach Charbonnet, 14 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. We know how good he is in the red zone. They've shown that. And just because the running game is not putting up amazing numbers does not mean they're not effective.
Right.
Ray brought this example up on the huddle a couple weeks ago. I forgot when it was, talking about how the year the Colts won the Super Bowl, they could not really run the ball all season. And then had their best running games in the playoffs each and every week. So I think at some point we will see that performance, just enough to keep teams honest. But even if we don't, I think it's fine because they're doing their job. They're part of this offense, and things are rolling in a good way.
Last year we were just asking the run game to be middle of the pack. And that's what they are. And them being middle of the pack allows everything else to open up. This is the first week we did Playmakers. No JSN on this thing. Still got it done, though.
Yeah, it almost feels like a typo. It almost feels like you're doing wrong. He also set some Seahawks records on Sunday. But, JSN, I don't want to call him human because you could talk about it. You're a receiver. Sometimes you can do everything right and not get the football.
Just be like that. Wasn't his day. But you know what? 9-3. That's all that matters.
We'll take that. Receiver roundup. What'd you see?
All right, we got not a lot. We got A.J. Barner, 4 for 35. We got Cooper Kupp, 3 for 24. He had a nice little run after the catch to start.
Juke somebody on the sideline.
Jason had 2 for 23. Cody White, 1 big one on 3rd down, 1 for 21. Ken Walker, 3 for 18. Rashid, and we still haven't seen Rashid really get unlocked yet neither. They had 1 for 7. Arroyo didn't have a catch on 2 targets. So there's still things to be seen with this team.
Right.
And I think that is what keeps me just optimistic. I mean, obviously 9-3, you got to be optimistic, but there's still some things they need to do.
Yeah, and not being one-dimensional, the way you win football games, like we mentioned, whether it's offense, defense, special teams doing it. Love what we're seeing, diverse there. But I'm excited for this. Let's get to the plays of the game. Ernest Jones, we talked about how instrumental he's been to the Seahawks since he walked in this locker room last season. He had an 85-yard pick six of Max Brosmer.
Jones stays in the backfield. 4th down and 1. At the Seattle 4, handoff, play fake, Brosmer being chased. Brosmer is going to go down as he throws. It's intercepted. Coming back to the near side, far side 50, down to the 40, being chased 20, 10. It's Jones who is intercepted. His 4th pass of the year, and this one goes to the house from back near the 10-yard line. Ernest Jones. It's Chenna with the pressure, Jones with a pick 6, and just like that, the rookie QB gets welcomed. He is chased by Lawrence, who makes what would have been a great sack, but instead, Brosmer just tries to fling it, and there is Jones right there.
All right, so the design of this play isn't great for the Vikings, right? And I think you're dealing with a rookie quarterback, so he doesn't sell the play fake the way you should. I think he's trying to sell it to the fullback. Therefore, that will entice DeMarcus Lawrence to bite down. It looks like he's actually faking it to the running back. So because his angle is improper, it doesn't entice DeMarcus Lawrence to do anything but get upfield. So welcome to the NFL, rookie. You better do exactly what you're supposed to do. This is just DeMarcus Lawrence. They're trying to sell that zone left. You typically leave the end unblocked there to get him to bite down so you can boot off of that. That's what they do. The play fake just isn't great. I think the angle's all jacked up. And DeMarcus Lawrence just gets after that quarterback and is relentless. I mean, he almost pulled his arm out of his socket. You know what I mean? Like, he was all over that man. And then this is just guys flowing to space. You get to the right place at the right time. Ernest Jones picked that thing off. And let me big up Ernest Jones. That form is on point. My man got the knees up, got the nice arm pump, looking good.
Yeah, no, you said it right off top. The thing that got me was I said the exact same thing I've written down here, the play fake.
Yeah.
It's a worthless play fake because you do nothing to influence DeMarcus Lawrence. I think something got messed up, you're right as well, because the other back is nowhere near. They're not on the same level. There's no way he can get the football there. The back isn't helping. You're not influencing anyone in the secondary, so that's the starter. And then Ernest Jones, we call it just finding work.
Yep.
You find the work, you finish it. He talked about how tired he was. Anyone who's ever been in that situation knows that towards the end is when you get tired.
Oh, yeah.
And then while we're giving casual shout-outs, if anyone wants to know how fast Rick Woolen is, watch this play. He looks like he's out for a stroll, and he's like 20 yards, not even in the picture, and all of a sudden, who's escorting Ernest Jones in the end zone? Rick Woolen.
It's ridiculous. His stride, he gets about 2 strides every 5 yards. It's ridiculous. Rick Woolen is a beast, man.
And again, though, what I love seeing guys run to celebrate, but it's also this defense is trained, get to the football, period.
Yeah.
Point blank, get to the football. When you run to the football, good thing happened. Nice job, Ernest Jones. DeMarcus Lawrence causing that pick six. The next play we're looking at, Zach Charbonnet, gets in the end zone on a 17-yard touchdown.
Hand off to Charbonnet on the left side. 2 tight ends were lined up there. He breaks a tackle. 10, 5, touchdown, Seahawks! And so the Seahawks, a 17-yard touchdown, make it 25-zip. And the Seattle offense, I think here in this second half, has finally gotten the best of a good Minnesota defense, just battering them. The 8th rushing touchdown of the season. Both those tight ends got great blocks on the left side, and Charbonnet takes it in.
When you talk about outside zone, this is what Kubiak imagines. I'm going to start from the right side. You got Abe Lucas. And who's that 64? Is that
that's Christian Haynes.
It's Haynes. Okay, Haynes, I see you, baby. All right, you got Abe Lucas and Haynes. You got the double team. You got Olu climbing to that second level. Great angle on the backer. You got Zabel doing just enough. Sometimes you just got to do just enough with the guy in front of you. He does that. You got Cross climbing to that second level. But where this thing pops, the tight ends. You got A.J. Barner on the edge. You got Calarep who helps him out and then gets to that DB. Zach Charbonnet follows. And let's not sleep on Cooper Kupp getting to his guy as well. If you want these big runs, bodies on bodies, and let your running back do his thing.
There's almost never a big run by running back where either a tight end or receiver isn't blocking downfield.
Yeah.
And you love what you saw from Calarep and Barner on the play side, and just escorting Byron Murphy into the end zone.
Yep.
You're not going to be a part of this play. Thank you very much. Get out of there. Cooper Kupp comes across, and then I just love also, just a side note, the presence of JSN. Harrison Smith, I believe, the safety on that side, he barely even moves. He doesn't go anywhere. And then, it's run away from me. Okay. Because he was like, I'm not going to get beat by 11 on my side, but just a great play. That's what the Seahawks want to do, and it's finishing at the end of a game when you need to. When you want to run this clock out, leave no doubt. Love what we're seeing from this offense and Clint Kubiak. Even on a day where they didn't have their fastball, they still were able to get it done. Finish it, setting up our favorite formation, victory formation.
Here comes the Seahawks offense onto the field, and the Vikings defense trudging out there, knowing that one kneel down, and the Seahawks are going to wind the clock down and win this one.
It's the victory formation on Hawk Talk.
We said it throughout the podcast today. The Seahawks can win in a multitude of ways. Okay, they can win with explosive offense, big plays on special teams, dominant defense. Sunday, no question about it. It was about the defense. They were relentless. First shutout Seahawks defense had since 2015, also against the Chicago Bears. And it was the first time the Vikings missed shutouts in 2007. You mentioned it. It doesn't matter what level you play at. You're shutting a team out in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Everyone on the Vikings gets paid. They get paid to play this game. That is their job. To not allow them to score 1 point, field goal, nothing. It shows you how well this defense is playing.
And playmakers on this defense. Ernest Jones, 12 tackles, 2 interceptions, 85-yard pick six of the house. You got DeMarcus Lawrence. You got Big Cat, Byron Murphy, Drake Thomas, Chinna Nwosu. All had at least a half sack. Kobe Bryant and Rick Woolen each had interceptions. I don't think Kobe Bryant gets the love that he deserves on this team, too. And it's almost a blessing because you got so many other ballers on this defense that Kyobe Bryant kind of gets lost in the mix, but nice to see him with a pick too.
Yeah, no, love what Kobe's doing. He's almost like what KJ Wright was to the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyone looks at him, know he's an absolute baller, but he's not making the headlines because he's not one of those other names. So I love what we're seeing from Kyobe. Seahawks extend their streak to 21 straight games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. Offensively, Seahawks ran for 125 yards and a touchdown from Charbonnet. But I said it before, this game, the Seahawks didn't have their fastball on offense, but they found a way to continue to put points on the board and get the job done.
Yeah, Hawks improved to 9-3 in the season, their best start since 2019. The Hawks also improved to 4-2 at home, 3 wins in a row. Already have more home wins than all of last year.
Yeah, I kind of want to shout that out for a quick second. I mean, obviously the Seahawks, Mike McDonald and this organization knows how important it is to win at home. Yeah. Things didn't work out the way they did last year. You won on the road, couldn't win at home. 3-5 isn't good enough. This year, the Seahawks had a couple games that they should have won.
Yeah.
But 4-2, love it, 3 in a row, and they're starting to build momentum. So right now, any place, anywhere, home, on the road, wherever it is, the Seahawks team is going to get it done. Back on the road next week, taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Seahawks team is rolling. We'll get into it on the preview pod. Seahawks are tied for the best record in the NFC.
Let's go.
We can look forward,
yeah.
But because that's where my mind goes. I don't know, man. You run the table, good things will happen.
You control your own destiny.
Good
Rams
things,
went down, baby. Let's go.
Good things will happen. We'll see what happens. Seahawks taking on those Falcons on Sunday. We'll tell you everything you know about that matchup on Thursday. He's Michael Bumpus. I'm Nasser. Seahawks shut out the Vikings 26-0. This has been Hawk Talk.